y la policía.
We are the people.
You must not be too happy with the pigs, huh? Direct everything from the Los Angeles Police Department again. So that's why we're here today. We're going to have several members that represent different communities, different organizations that are come share with you how they see what happened today and also what we're doing about it. So with that, I'm proud to bring up first a brother who has all the knowledge in the world about the LAPD and all of the completely corrupt nature of this entire system. I'm proud to bring up Hamid Khan from the Stop LAPD Spying Coalition.
It sure is. Good afternoon. My name is Hamid Khan. It's spelled H-A-M-I-D. Last name is spelled K-H-A-N. I'm an organizer with Stop LAPD Spying Coalition and a proud member of the Community Self-Defense Coalition. For months now, we have seen large-scale kidnappings and abductions of community members by masked gunmen all across Los Angeles. They claim to be Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Customs and Border Patrol, and Department of Homeland Security agents. However, we are here today to expose the complicity and active participation of the Los Angeles Police Department with federal agencies. The city of LA claims that it is a sanctuary city. However, this is a myth and this is a lie. LAPD 24/7 actively shares personnel and resources with the Department of Homeland Security, ICE, and CBP. Shame on them. But they are expected to do so. They are a part of the National Security Police State. They are part of this is how settler colonial system builds. This is how social control happens. This is how you get rid of undesirables, the unwanted. This is what happens. This is how you use and abuse people and get rid of them. So how many videos would it take to expose how LAPD protects and supports when abductions and disappearances are happening in real time? How the LAPD blocks off the streets to protect and defend these kidnappers and abductors. How the LAPD arrests community journalists who are actively documenting these kind of actions right there on the street. How many videos and stories do we need to see how the LAPD is beating down, shooting at, arresting all the protesters that have been out on the streets? They talk about non-lethal weapons. Well, what about rubber bullets? Non-lethal weapons kill at least about 70 to 80 people a year all around when they are used. So this whole BS about non-lethal weapons is nothing but the lie and a ruse that the LAPD continues to use. How many more graphs and charts do we need to see how the LAPD is constantly surveilling and gathering and sharing the data in real time with the federal agencies, including Homeland Security? LAPD shares real-time data with federal agencies through fusion centers. These are actual spy hubs. There's one in Norwalk, which is called the Joint Regional Intelligence Center. There are about 80 of them around the country in which the LAPD, the Sheriff's Department, U.S. Attorney, the DA's office, the City of Los Angeles are actively engaged with Homeland Security, with ICE and CBP. They're sitting right next to each other and they're providing all this information to each other. How the LAPD participates with federal agencies in a wide range of task forces. Last we checked, there were at least about 7 dozen task forces, from the Joint Terrorism Task Force to the Drug Interdiction Task Force to this task force and that task force, and that is happening as a result of massive information that sharing that continues to take place. How the LAPD participates with federal agencies through and sharing that information through license plate readers, through body cameras, through their CCTVs, through record management systems, through real-time crime centers, through fusion centers, through social media surveillance, through suspicious activity reporting, through the iWatch, see something, say something, and I can go on and on and on. So what we are saying is that whether on the streets, whether in this pig headquarters, whether it's like they're in their precincts, it is constantly happening. It is constantly happening. So we have to call it out that the sanctuary city, the claim of that is a myth and it's a lie. And we have to shut down these nodes of information sharing, because what it is it's a direct pipeline to deportation. It's baked into the information sharing environment. So there they are, beating down on people, providing and defending these kidnappers and abductors, and we are saying that needs to stop. These pipelines to deportations have to be shut down.
And tear gas at innocent people. So he was there to help his people and he was arrested. This brother is Alex from the Centro CSO. So I want to bring up two representatives from that organization, Sister Veritas and Gabriel from Centro CSO.
All right.
Verita, V-E-R-I-T-A. On June 12, our comrade Alejandro's home was raided by the East Los Angeles Sheriff, the FBI, and the National Guard. But thanks to the power of our community, thanks to the people like us who continue to show up and show out for our community members, he was released the next day. But our fight is not over. We demand the charges be dropped against Alejandro now. No one is illegal on stolen land. Free them all. Free our children. Free our brothers and our sisters. Our people are under attack. And we are here to say, these pigs, these agents of violence, they are not welcome in our communities.
That's right.
Exactly. Los Angeles is supposed to be a sanctuary city, a place of safety, a place of dignity, a place where our immigrant brothers and sisters, our neighbors, our coworkers, our families can live without fear. But if Los Angeles is a sanctuary, then why are people being dragged out of the workplace in handcuffs? Why are ICE agents storming Home Depot parking lots? 2 weeks ago, Chief McDonald said, I want to be unequivocally clear. LAPD does not participate in or coordinate with ICE on civic immigration enforcement. We say this over and over again. We want everybody to believe and call in LAPD when they witness a crime, or else the system doesn't work. The media has shown us the system does not work. The police is supposed to protect and serve the people, not these agents of violence. So why is LAPD assisting ICE? McDonald was known to terrorize the undocumented when he was LA sheriff, and things haven't changed this many years later. We demand legalization for all. ICE out of LA.
Legalization for all.
ICE out of LA. And drop the charges on immigrant rights hero Alejandro Orellana.
Hello everyone, my name is Gabriel Quiroz Jr., G-A-B-R-A-E-L, space Q-U-I-R-O-Z, space J-R Jr., Centro CSO, Boy High T Style. We're here to denounce the clear collaboration of ICE and LAPD. You know, don't take my word for it. You're seeing the videos. You also, that's why everyone's out here, because they saw the videos of LAPD and ICE collaborating. You know, a lot of us organizations knew that. In November, we spoke out against this racist Jim McDonald being appointed as a chief. We're here to denounce, as part of the Police Accountability Committee, that he be removed as chief. You know, Karen Bass has that part to remove him as chief. He's a racist. In 2016, he deported thousands of Chicanos of Raza when he was the sheriff of LA County jails. We're seeing that now, clear collaboration. We're seeing LAPD attack immigrant rights activists on the streets. There's gonna be tens of millions of dollars of lawsuits in the coming years because of LAPD's actions. We're here to denounce LAPD. We're here in front of this bullshit station. Look how much money they spend on their station. You know what? So we're here. That's tax money that's being wasted on this glass building. You know. So we're here to denounce ICE. We're here to denounce LAPD, denounce the collaboration, and we'll be out here in the streets. You know, they're the ones that bring violence into our streets.
Exactly.
You know, the only way to fix this: ICE out of LA, Miguel out of LA. Now. One more thing: protesting is not a crime. Drop the charges on Alejandro Orellana, immigrant rights activist, and drop the charges on every protester that's been out here in the streets for Raza.
Member of Unión del Barrio. So, as the previous speakers have all said, we know that when the Democratic Party was singing the tune of a sanctuary city, did we believe it? No! We knew it was nonsense. And the last couple of weeks in Los Angeles has proven that. They have the audacity to say, and I'm talking about they, I mean the mayor, Karen Bass, and the chief of police, they have the audacity to continue to lie, to say that the LAPD is not collaborating with ICE. Well, I have a video to show you if you want to see it. It is a very clear evidence, crystal clear, 4K, 8K, whatever they have now. It shows clearly that the LAPD officers, there was dozens of them there this morning on 9th and Spring. They completely protected the ICE operation that kidnapped our people.
I saw that.
The masses of the people who were there came out in defense of the people who were about to be kidnapped by the mass terrorists, who we have no idea who they are, who they don't identify themselves. They don't wear anything to represent any agency. The people were coming out to defend them. And guess who protected the kidnappers who were kidnapping our people? LAPD officers. LAPD officers. About a month and a half ago on 47th and Avalon, there was another terrorist attack where they were going after a family inside their home. As a part of the Community Self-Defense Coalition and the community patrols that we do, we went out there to defend the community. And when we got there, we were surprised to find several LAPD officers on the scene protecting the Border Patrol operation. When we called them out and said, hey, isn't this a sanctuary city? They physically removed myself and a couple other members of the coalition. They physically removed us from the street to protect the Border Patrol kidnapping operation. When we denounced that, immediately within an hour, we sent a press release. And we wanted to demand that the mayor of Los Angeles and the chief of police explain to the people why the LAPD was directly participating with a Border Patrol operation.
We need answers.
They had the audacity, the chief of police had the audacity to put out a public statement saying that his officers were doing traffic control.
Lies! Stupid lies!
Only problem with that answer was that my comrades and myself were on foot. We were on foot. We weren't driving. So how can they be doing traffic control on people on foot who were not in a car? So today we're out here again to denounce the collaboration between the LAPD and the Border Patrol and ICE and any of these mass terrorists who are kidnapping the people in our community.
They're
What
Nazis.
we will say,
They're Nazis.
yes, what we will say is this. While in the last 17 days, there has been an escalation in the repression, in the kidnappings of our people, there has also been an escalation to the repression, but also an escalation to the resistance. There's been more resistance. We have, the Community Self-Defense Coalition has trained more than 2,000 people to do community patrols. We are patrolling in every single neighborhood in this city, protecting our people.
Community! That's community!
Although there have been a lot of people who have been kidnapped, the situation would be much worse if it wasn't for the organized resistance of the people, if it wasn't for all the people who may not even be part of our work, but that they're still patrolling. In South Central where I live, the local hoods, they're patrolling. The local people are patrolling. And the call is to the entire community is to patrol. Defend your barrio. Casa por casa, barrio por barrio, we can defend ourselves. And the last thing we'll say today is this. About an hour before this press conference was started, we received an interesting phone call from the Los Angeles Police Department, from their Hispanic relations, some crap. They wanted to speak to us. They said that we were doing good work. But they also said that we had some inaccurate information about them. No. Everything that we say is verified. We have history on our side. We know the history of that department against black people, against brown people, against all working class people. So we are not confused. We are not confused about the role that the police plays in the well-being of our community. So today, as we continue to organize, we say, La policía, la migra, la misma porquería. La policía, la migra, la misma porquería. ¡Que viva la resistencia! ¡Que viva! ¡Que vivan los patrullajes! ¡Que viva! ¡Que viva la revolución! ¡Que viva! Thank you. With that, our message is clear today. If you have questions for the speaker.
¡Viva policía!
When ISIL's under attack, what do we do?
¡Stand up!
When ISIL's under attack, what do we do?
¡Stand up for that!
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
¡Stand up for that!
Right here. During the protest. I was concerned by someone here right now that during the immigrant rights protest they were harassed and assaulted by this same pig that died. That's crazy, huh? LAPD, KKK!
LAPD, KKK!
Iowa for all the same!
Iowa for all the same!
Chinga la migra!
¡Chinga la migra!
¡Viva policía!
¡Viva policía!
Chinga la migra!
¡Chinga la migra!
¡Viva policía!
¡Viva policía!
Chinga la migra!
¡Chinga la migra!
¡Viva policía!
¡Viva policía!
The people united!
We'll never be divided!
Great, we marched. Now what? All you have to do is organize 15 people on your block to be ready to do self-defense and protect the barrio. That's what we have to do. If all of us here recruited 15 people, well, let's round it up to make it easy. 20. Look how many people would be here. Somebody do the math. It's happening here. They could just turn around and say, troops go home, Migra go home, and then we would have our city back. So who's going to be doing patrolling tonight on their way home? Well, that's right. And it's very simple. You know, all you do is safely drive, spot. If you're driving by yourself, you pull over. You call 213, 213, 444, 6562. One more time. 213, 444, 6562. All right, and then spread the word. And just that is gonna save hundreds and hundreds of people from not being kidnapped by those terrorist organizations that are here kidnapping our people. All right. Well,
El pueblo defiende al pueblo.
solo el pueblo defiende al pueblo. Solo el pueblo. Solo el pueblo.
You know, sometimes people ask us, how come you don't post more stuff? How come you don't post more information? Because we're busy as shit. We are patrolling all day, every free moment of the day that we have. We're on the street patrolling, we're organizing, it takes work. None of us do this for a living. None of us get paid to do this. We do it on our off time. And so I did want to share a story, one of many cases of success. We never put it on social media, we just didn't have time to. But this morning, the kidnappers went to Highland Park. And they were in front of a apartment complex in Highland Park. And they were ready to kidnap our people. Well, guess what happened? Several members of the Community Self-Defense Coalition showed up, and they called on the community to show up, to come out of their homes, and they did. And when the Barrio came out, the pigs left, and they didn't kidnap anybody. That happens all the time. We can't report all of it because we're just so busy. But it happens all the time. The work that we're doing can be successful, and it will be more successful if every single one of us here participates, like Chavo said. If you're driving home, be vigilant. If you're driving to school, be vigilant. If you're going to the gym, everywhere and anywhere that you go, just be vigilant and look out for the pigs. And if you see something, report it. If all of us did that, we would be so much safer as a people, as a community. So in the spirit of being safe, we're going to wrap this up right now. Please don't stick around here. Obviously, we're on enemy territory. So please go home. Don't go home by yourself. Walk with somebody. Let's be safe. On your way home, let's patrol. We got to go because we had planning meetings tonight to continue the struggle.